Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements, and in front of me we have the Nasdaq 100 futures chart. Very interesting trading session today. Very technical, very technical indeed. And from experience, I can say that this is a very bullish signal. If yesterday wasn't good enough with regards to forming that all-important hammer candlestick, which that is one hell of a candlestick that we formed in yesterday's trading session. As you can see there, I've just circled it on the chart. But again today, we formed yet again another hammer candlestick, and we're currently trading in the green as well. So this is really good news for the Nasdaq 100. Interesting movements that what we've seen in today's trading session. I think that we've kind of seen a flush out. A lot of people would have bought the Nasdaq 100, including myself yesterday. Remember, I had that entry point at 13,200. A lot of people would have bought with stop losses down at around 13k, and sadly those stop losses would have been triggered because we've had the banks and the hedge funds just doing some profit taking prior to the US markets opening and just after the US markets open, which would have triggered a lot of retail traders stop losses. So we dipped briefly all the way down to 12,967, but as you can see, the big managed money firms and the retail traders jumped back into the markets down at 12,950 and bought the dip yet again. So this tells me two things. This tells me, number one, the market doesn't want to go lower. It's tried it twice. And number two, we've just had a flush out, and a flush out's a very good sign because that means that we are heading higher. So over the next couple of trading sessions, I'm looking for that bounce now. I'm looking for that really strong positive day where the Nasdaq rallies anywhere between 1 to 2%. That's a typical movement that you can expect once we've seen such large declines, as we've seen this week. We're down roughly 6 to 7%. So I'm really looking for that up 1 to 2% trading session. It could be tomorrow, it could be Friday, it could be next week. But once we've got that, that's when you can really start putting some money to work. I bought the Nasdaq 100 at 13,200 yesterday. I still have that trade open. It's currently trading 43 points in profit, but during today's dip, I also bought down at 13,100, and so did the signal team. So well done to everyone who managed to get involved on that signal. We did initially have our stop loss down at 13,000 from yesterday's position, but just before it breached that 13,000 mark, I adjusted my stop loss down to 12,900 on yesterday's trade. And thank God I did so, because as you can see, we went all the way down to 12,967. And since then, we have recovered. And that was a flush out that I was just explaining about. So we have two trades here on the Nasdaq 100, bought pretty much on a 50-day EMA and just below it. So fantastic value for money here. And I'm just going to sit on these trades now for some time. I do anticipate a recovery here. And I do expect that we will be trading back at all-time highs in a very near future, which of course is around at 13,900 to 14,000 level. I'm a buyer, no interest in selling. I think we've just seen some rotation here, some money coming out of the big tech names and going into value, but value is starting to look very overbought now. Financials have rallied very hard. Airlines have rallied very hard. American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, for example, up another 5% today. I think American Airlines has gone up nearly 15% so far this week. So, we have seen some significant rallies in the value stocks, but that won't last forever. And you will see profit taking in the value stocks and money flowing back into the tech names. And, I think I mentioned in yesterday's video, you have the likes of Apple, CrowdStrike. They're all 15 to 20% off their highs. So this is fantastic value for money. There's a record amount of money sitting on the sidelines, and I do expect these big managed money firms to re-inject this capital into the big tech names. So I am a buyer of tech, no interest in selling. 50-day EMA, we are well supported. 12,750 also offers us a great level of support. I'm a buyer, no interest in selling.